future, I want people to be able to talk about eating disorders with the same honesty and vulnerability that they already do, but the voices that we're hearing come from different people. Someone like me, or someone I know in my real life, who can look at that person advocating for eating disorder treatment and go, well, if they can get help, I can get help. I am in my late 30s and have experienced an eating disorder in one way or another since I was a teenager. And so I've been through a lot of different things in my life. I'm a mum now, but eating disorder thoughts are something that are with you still. I grew up in the 90s, and was a teenager in the 2000s. So the advent of fashion that was focused specifically on bodies and how they looked in fashion was one of the things that was on the cover of every magazine, and that was interspersed with conversations about how to lose this part of your body or how to make sure you don't gain weight. So the entire media landscape when I was growing up was completely made up of body-related topics. I am someone who advocates for Butterfly because I know so many people who need Butterfly services. I mean, I think we all know someone who needs Butterfly services. The people who had eating disorders 20 years ago were me at 17. I feel like people didn't know they had an eating disorder. Everybody just thought that's how you were. You counted calories, you talked about what you ate that day. Things have definitely changed now. People are open about the fact that they struggle with eating disorders. Also, I think that's because there's an understanding of what an eating disorder actually is. I do feel like there's a big difference between what people consider disordered eating now and 20 years ago. I do think that the stereotypes around what it looks like to have an eating disorder has been something that gets in the way of people getting access to treatment for their eating disorder, because if they don't fit that mold, they think that it mustn't be for them. I think also that healthcare providers don't look at their patients necessarily and see someone with an eating disorder, because to have an eating disorder, you must look a certain way. We need to smash that stereotype. I think that Butterfly's role in the future is just to be there, just for people to know that Butterfly's there and for people to be able to access the services and what they need, and to know that there's no shame in doing that. In the future, I just want to feel confident that I'm not going to have to undo the harmful messages that my child hears about bodies and food. I want him to be able to enjoy exercise as joyful movement and think about food as something to enjoy with friends.